This one we got FaZe Bank finally told the truth about everything.
Market Bubble, a show about investing in yourself, where we feel an overwhelming majority of young men today are in a losing position. And it's just a shame that we couldn't get aligned. And that's honestly like where things went wrong. We just couldn't get aligned. There were two halves to this brand and this company. One was very much in front of the camera. That's the part that you know. And then we have a whole other side in the back.
Don't know the fucking pyramid.
Nah, this is
like me and like I don't even know how to explain. Yeah, this is me and you, Cheezer, in 15 years.
Crazy altcoins underneath of that.
So FaZe Banks finally admitted the truth about FaZe Clan and all of the failures that FaZe has had over the past few years, specifically the most recent failure with the quote-unquote new FaZe Clan, in which he was the CEO of. And this came after, you know, he returned to Twitter and announced a brand new stream, a big announcement that he had planned. And basically everyone thought this was going to be like, you know, oh, he's just going to scam some new creators, he's going to start a whole new FaZe Clan. You know, we all thought that's what the announcement was going to be, especially judging from the trailer that allegedly costed over $70,000 to put together. But once Banks went live, we quickly found out that he wasn't exactly planning to once again launch FaZe Clan. You see, earlier to the stream, Banks started off by writing something on a whiteboard, and that sentence read, "If no one else sees the vision, go alone." And that's exactly what it seems like Banks finally decided to do. You guys know, for like,
I ain't gonna lie, I can't. Damn, FaZe is really dead. Money ruins a lot of things. It can help a lot of things, but it also ruins too. Cause like, I was seeing all the fees that they were sending each member, talking about 50,000 for things that they ain't even pay for. Like, it don't even make sense if you brought people in to get y'all boys back to where y'all was, or at least try, and they over exceeded, and now they started doing shady things, and now they want to leave, and now you're trying to charge them for everything. That was crazy. That was actually crazy. I feel bad for Rug, bro. That's the one man I feel bad for, cause he probably, well, hopefully he ain't know about none of that, cause he seemed like the only dude that's actually. I wonder what he gonna do. He probably just Rug now, right? Probably took FaZe out his name.
as 16 years almost on YouTube, Banks has always been the type of guy to try to, you know, bring FaZe Clan together and be this whole group and just make FaZe Clan the biggest thing it could possibly be. Every time it failed, he was one of the main people trying to bring it back, and he even ended up being the CEO of the new FaZe, which we all know failed again. So this time, I guess he was completely...
It ain't fair. It ain't fair. I think they reached they rose the ceiling too high, and they still hit that bitch. So now it's like, there was really nothing left for them to do. Because now they're all established with their own group, with or without them. So like, the FaZe ceiling was already hit, but all members are so versatile, they really didn't need FaZe for that long. So, some of them was already established on their own, for real, for real. Though, actually, hold on. Well, they were getting there.
over trying to recreate or reinvent or replicate what FaZe used to be. So instead, he decided to go alone, and once he made that announcement, this is where everyone quickly started to realize that this whole announcement was the complete opposite of what everyone thought.
Welcome to Market Bubble, a show about investing in yourself, where we feel an overwhelming majority of young men today are in a losing position. How are we positioned? Find out today and every Thursday at 1 p.m. PST live on twitch.tv/FaZe Banks, baby.
Now, you guys know Banks has always had a very heavy involvement in the cryptocurrency space, and honestly, that's what led to a lot of his recent problems, you know, with FaZe and drama with Aiden and creators like that. And instead of him trying to like separate himself from the crypto space or maybe reinvent himself or, you know, just go back to being the OG creator that a lot of people once loved, he chose to play into this whole crypto thing even more, and this whole big announcement ended up just being the launch of his new crypto show called The Market Bubble. And this was basically just going to be a show where him and the other creators within the finance space got on and talked about the stock and crypto market, which is something that a lot of creators like Swag, who used to be a part of FaZe, and even Ada Ross found extremely funny, obviously because of all of the negative things Banks has had attached to his name from the whole crypto space over the past few years.
He was putting out on Twitter, Kobe, all the information he was putting out. I don't know if y'all know the fucking pyramid.
Nah, this is like me and like, I don't even know how to explain. Yeah, this is me and you, Cheezer, in 15 years.
Crazy altcoins underneath that.
So market. Here's my take on this whole thing. Like, I want everyone to understand. In no way, shape, or form am I hating. I just think that his first stream back, he should have came and kind of just tried to speak on like new beginnings and stuff. It was good how he did that. The intro was great. But I just think that like the way it was launched, people now have this misconception that like because of the lack that happened that made them fall out. That's the problem.
Welcome to Market Bubble, a show about investing in yourself.
He said 5 words. He started laughing. Nah, that's how you know his nigga's a cornball, bro. Oh man, and he's an OG bro. He probably looking at him like, boss, like, really, boss? This is what you come to? That's, man.
An overwhelming majority.
Crazy. Look at him. Look at him. He's laughing. Hey,
Yo, I gotta finish this.
Now, I definitely think this was funny too, because you couldn't have named a more Banks thing than to try to hype up this whole announcement that would be, you know, something that a lot of people thought was about to just be another FaZe announcement. It ended up being something that's tied to crypto. I mean, it literally couldn't get any more FaZe Banks than that. But this whole thing wasn't just about crypto and the stock market, because he did manage to get into some of the things and problems that he faced with the old FaZe clan members. And he got a little honest here, basically admitting to a lot of the things that he did wrong as CEO of FaZe Clan. He admitted to signing bad deals and bad contracts and just not being able to get the creator side of FaZe aligned with the business side of FaZe.
And it's just a shame that we couldn't get aligned. And that's honestly like where things went wrong. We just couldn't get aligned. There were two halves to this brand and this company. One was very much in front of the camera. That's the part that you know. And then we have a whole other side in the back. And that's where over the last few months, like, I have to just fully take accountability and just accept the fact that that's where I went wrong in this. That's where I f***ed up.
oh my God. He took accountability. He took accountability. Oh my God. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. I gotta do something. I don't got a soundboard yet. He took accountability. Alright. Let's get back to it. My bad. Hold on. Okay. My fault.
A couple other parts we'll get into, don't worry, but mainly the alignment. And I wish I could plead ignorance. I really do. I wish I could say, I didn't know, dude, like, mistake, whatever, but I did know. I did. My entire career, I've ignored contracts and deals. I've signed bad deals and have been f***ed over. I haven't paid attention to this boring stuff because that's not me. That's not for me. But I assumed this role as CEO. I sold the boys a dream on FaZe being the biggest thing ever, and we succeeded. We succeeded on the vision. Everybody's much better off because of it.
Now, to be honest, that was something that most people already knew. I mean, the whole fallout from FaZe Clan was just about the money they couldn't bring in, I guess, as a company, or them getting money stolen from right under their noses, you know, things like that. That's basically why the whole fallout happened. So he didn't really say anything that nobody knew, to be honest. It was clear that the whole point of this big announcement was just for him to promote the launch of his new crypto show, which I guess ended up working because allegedly his first ever stream peaked at over like 60,000 viewers.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't believe this is how many people that's watching this. I genuinely am mind blown. And
I don't even know shit about Twitch, bro. Is that a lot? Is that 40K a lot?
Brother, what? 42,000 viewers? This isn't botted either. Like, everyone on Twitch, bots. There's no bots happening here. Like, this is just like me raw on Twitch. I'm not a streamer, bro. I have no followers. I've never streamed before in my life. I've streamed a couple times with ignorance. This is crazy. This is numbers. Especially like I knew the FaZe people would be interested in, of course, but bro, we're an hour into our show and there's this many people watching. That's unbelievable.
Now, you guys know we are in the view botting epidemic, so whether that 60,000 viewers were legit or not, that's up to y'all to decide. I don't know. Banks is a big creator. He's been like a popular name in his space for what, 16 plus years now, so maybe it was real. I'm not going to try to discredit him, but I'll leave that up for y'all to decide. But overall, man, I mean, I guess you could give Banks some type of brownie points for finally admitting that he knew exactly what was going on with FaZe and admitting where he went wrong and just taking accountability for the whole thing, because it seemed like FaZe was finally about to build something back similar to what they did early on, you know, back in the day. But unfortunately, the company ended up suffering the same exact fate for the same exact reason. As for Banks, we'll see where this whole new chapter and new journey leads him. You guys know that he's extremely passionate about his cryptocurrency, so hopefully this works out for him and it isn't just some big scam and people lose a lot of money and he loses the little bit of credibility he has left. But as you guys know, that's just my personal opinion. As always, the only opinion I really care about is y'all's opinion. So with that being said, be sure to comment down below and let me know, what do you think about this whole situation? How do you feel about the launch of Banks' new show? How do you feel about him admitting the truth about FaZe?
I feel like now he's probably going to be another one of them financial, like, his content is going to be about money, bro. Either to teach or just to get himself out the, I don't know. I guess put a good light on him managing money now, I guess. So we gonna see.